started growing my cucumber and bell pepper plants in the window of my living room. I was not good at watering them, so multiple times did they turn yellow and eventually the leaves fell off. Now we're at almost 40 days and the cucumbers have flowers, so they're ready to start producing. And our bell peppers are looking good, but they're getting a little moldy. I hope that goes away when we plant it. And that's my heavy bag of soil. I didn't pick anything special with the soil because to me dirt is dirt. Bag of potting soil from Dollar Tree. My potting mix from Walmart that I started the seeds in. And then this potting mix. So excuse me for being out of breath. I just carried this bag up the steps. Today is the day that we're gonna get this bell pepper out of here. Bell peppers and cucumbers. Now we might run out of soil, and if that's the case, we're planting the cucumbers first because they grew flowers now, and we're not gonna be growing cucumbers inside the house, so it's time for them to go. But I want to get the bell peppers replanted as well, and if it's low on soil, I can just add some next time I feel like adding some more. But we definitely got to get the cucumbers out. I have these 2 containers. I got them from Dollar General, and the price is basically the same for getting 1 pot. So I'd rather just get 2 containers since I'm on a balcony, and I can put 2 plants in each. So I probably won't keep all 3 plants, just the 2 that look like they might make it. I do believe that they need more soil, but when you're doing this type of container gardening, you do want it to have some lower level than the actual container, just so you can add more soil if you want to, or so at first I was gonna have to pick which of the 3 cucumber plants I was gonna keep, but that made it way easier because that one basically had a broken stem at that point, so I chose the other 2. That's what it looks like. A lot of roots. And that's my second one. Okay. It's falling all over me. And I'm just planting them at a level where some of the soil is on the stem. It's kind of mold in this one or something going on. But I'm hoping once I put it in this new container, it'll have, the soil will like help it take away the mold, help it live. But yeah, since I'm not that good of a plant parent, I don't want to invest too much on soil, containers, all that stuff, just for them to die. But I think my challenging part is going to be separating these 2. So either I'm going to have to kill off one of these and save the other, or I'm going to have to try to untangle all the roots to get them separate, which might kill one of them. But at the same time, this one, looks less stable than these two. But I think it would be smart for me to pick the one that was by itself, in case when I try to separate these two, one of them get damaged and they end up dying. Instead of getting both of them, they both had damaged roots and then they both died, I at least have one. Because my goal here, is my first time planting, is just to have one plant that actually, one of each, to actually grow one fruit. Like, my standards are pretty low at this point because I'm not a pro. So when it comes to watering this container garden, I have holes drilled at the bottom. So what I do is continue watering it until water comes out the holes on the bottom, because that would mean that there is enough water inside the container, but also that means that there's at least 1 inch of water at the bottom. That way, if I take too long to water it, the roots can reach and grab the excess water at the bottom of the container, and they can drink from that until I water them. So once they actually overflow, that means that it's full at the bottom as well, and then it'll start pouring out. And this method, it worked pretty decent, but the summer weather was pretty hot. So my lack of watering, I'm pretty sure, caused it to fruit much later than it probably would have had I been watering it more. Because, you know, it is 95% water in the cucumber and the bell pepper. So, yeah, they cannot be lacking water. Water is now draining out the side. And now I'm going to pick off the first few yellow flowers that this plant grows, because it is not big enough and the stems are not strong enough to be holding a cucumber this early in the game. So I need them to grow more, and it was a great idea that I did that, because they definitely became stronger, bigger, and they started vining. So we didn't even have vines yet to support them. They did not need to be focusing on fruiting, but instead growing more stems. Then the cucumbers started having the curly things that they used to grab onto stuff. I thought it was so cool. I didn't know that about them. I guess you call them vines. This was basically the last day for the bell peppers, because after this they stopped growing and had a little soil issue and died. The cucumbers started grabbing hold to the rails, and I thought it was pretty cool. And they started sprouting cucumbers, and within 4 days they doubled in size. And they eventually got to the point where the cucumbers weren't growing anymore, so that's when I knew it was time to pick them. So thank you for watching.